I love a good parody, especially if it involves video games. But what if there was a game that was built on poking fun at several other game franchises in a seamless, lighthearted way? Risky or awesome? Released in 2009 on PS3 and Xbox 360, Eat Lead, The Return of Matt Hazard, is a very silly third-person shooter, developed by Vicious Cycle Software and published by D3 Publisher. It earned average scores on Metacritic, with a 51 on PS3 and a 53 on 360. Positive reviews called it decent enough, with nice humour and oddball opponents, though lacking in the imagination department when it came to level design, and an underappreciated game showcasing intelligent satire of the gaming landscape from the 80s onwards. Negative reviews said it was an outdated relic, does nothing original or creative considering the amount of source material available, and that the humour was the only thing going for it. Eat Lead features quite the voice cast, with Will Arnett as Matt Hazard, Neil Patrick Harris as his nemesis Wally Wellesley, Olivia Hack, who has voiced loads of games including Starfield, Final Fantasy XIII, and Persona 5 Royal, Jonathan Lippo, who's worked on games like Sandland, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Overwatch, Remnant from the Ashes, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and so many more. Matthew Mercer is also included, and he's worked on the Like a Dragon series, Starfield, Baldur's Gate 3, Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and again, his list goes on. Eat Lead was back in 2009 though, and many of these voice actors were just cutting their teeth in the industry. But it's cool to see where some of them ended up. Matt Hazard is a washed-up video game character, in the vein of Duke Nukem. He started as an 8-bit sprite and slowly evolved into a 3D character, embarking on many different adventures across many different genres.
Firepower first-person shooter. Matt Hazard 3D went straight to the top of the charts. It was the first in a string of hits as long as my... Let's just say it was long. Really, really long. Marathon signed me to a lifetime gig, and I branched off into every action niche imaginable. Spy thrillers, survival horror games, fantasy adventures, and even a fun series of buddy cop games with a rookie sidekick named Dexter Dare.
By spreading himself so thin, his popularity began to wane.
I asked Marathon if I could take the Matt Hazard brand in new directions, and they let me run with it. Let's just say that was a mistake. That debacle sent the company into a tailspin.
And he became a forgotten, once-loved game character. Eat Lead is Matt's attempt at a comeback, trying to regain popularity by going back to his cover shooter roots. He's locked into a contract with Marathon Megasoft, where he can't quit or be fired, unless he's killed off in a game.
A Japanese steakhouse?
While he's in the first level of his game, something alters the code.
What the? Who the hell are you?
Your worst nightmare! Except in the daytime when you are not asleep.
Oh yeah? Well, you better... What?
Your life will now end. Prepare to begin your death.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh, but whoever's writing your material needs to lay off the 80s action flicks.
Your words are puny, like you. You are the past, Matt Hazard. I am the future, and your present ends now.
What the heck is going on here?
Matt, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Where are you?
No time to explain right now. Someone is bound to notice I've hacked in and paused the game. You've got a problem, and I'm here to help.
Problem? What problem?
Your saves have been erased. If that bullet had hit you, you would have been dead. Permanently.
What are you talking about?
Look, we're out of time. They took your weapons when you walked in here, so you're going to have to use your melee subroutines to fight this guy. I can do a little something to even the odds.
Just a damn minute. I want to know what's going on here.
No time. Just take this guy out. We'll talk when you're done.
That's a hell of a thing. Okay, lady, whoever you are, we need to talk now.
I couldn't agree more. Hi, Matt. Still in one piece, I see.
Yeah, thanks. And you are?
I can't tell you my name. I think we're safe in this part of the server, but you can never be sure. Just call me QA.
Okay, QA. Mind telling me what's going on?
I hacked into this game I found running on a secure server, and that's when I noticed you were in trouble. That guy you just KO'd was Sting Sniper Scope. He's referenced in the code for every level of the game. But you're only in level 1.
Look, babe, there's gotta be some mistake. I'm the star of this game.
No, you're not. The code shows that there was going to be a plot twist that took you out as the player character and put Sniper Scope in your place. And don't call me babe.
Well, if I'm still alive and he's dead, game over, right?
Unfortunately, no. The game is still running, and I need time to find out what's going on.
How do you keep the game running if the main character / star is dead?
That's where you come in.
Without weapons and saves? I don't think so.
I've already restored the save feature. And as for weapons...
Oh yeah, much better. Suits make me look kinda old. But won't somebody notice that I'm not Sniper Scope?
If you stick to the objectives, it will be a while before anyone sees the switch. I'll keep an eye on you. I might even be able to hack in a surprise or two from time to time to help you out.
Then I guess it's hazard time.
Yeah.
We learn Wally Wellesley is behind this, the CEO of Marathon Megasoft. The only way Wally can get rid of Matt is to overwhelm him in the game by throwing everything he can at Matt. This is where things start to get really silly. As the game continues, different enemies from past Matt Hazard games are hacked in, so they range from cowboys to zombies, and go even further later in the game.
Somebody is hacking the game code, changing something in the level, and it's not me.
What the high noon is going on here? Son of a... Why would they bother hacking in a Stagecoach Bandit when the place is already crawling with modern enemies?
QA continues to guide Matt through the game, trying to warn him of changes in levels and creating exits for him to use to complete stages. The story gets even sillier, but I'll leave that to you to find out how all this ends. The biggest trait that stands out about this game is the no-holds-barred parodies. It starts in the loading screens, before we even know what's in store for us, and it just grows from there. I won't point out every single reference, because where's the fun in that? But I'll touch on the obvious ones, or the ones that made me laugh and roll my eyes at least. The first level is identical to Red Steel, fighting our way through a restaurant taking down suited enemies. Sniper Scope is an Arnold Schwarzenegger parody.
Oh, no, this is not possible. He's weak. He's old.
Is here.
The nightclub is similar to ones from Duke Nukem 3D. We fight zombies Resident Evil style. soldiers using squirt guns from a non-violent kids shooter game, except the water guns do real damage this time round. We save a D&D style mage from a barrage of enemies in a car park.
I shall flee in this direction and hope for the best.
And fight space soldiers on a cruise ship and save our friend, Master Chef.
Master Chef, how you holding up, buddy?
I've been better, Matt. One minute I was in space 100 light years away, the next I'm on a yacht pinned down by space marines. What's going on?
Long story.
Once you put all the crazy references to the side, you're left with a cover shooter with a huge arsenal of weapons you can pick up and use. Because the random enemies keep appearing, we have access to stick shooters or laser rifles on levels that have a different theme, making them a little weird to use. It's a little strange to pick up a water pistol and defeat a fully armoured soldier with it. We gain upgrades as we progress, which add freezing or firepower to our weapons.
This is getting ridiculous.
And if we get too close to an enemy, we have a trusty melee attack. The controls are a little heavy, so I understand where the reviews were coming from when they said the humour was the only thing going for it. It does feel like all the effort was put into the storyline and writing, and the mechanics were an afterthought. But even then, it's not as bad as some other cover shooters I've played recently. The best part of this game was probably the randomness and surprise of what could come next in a level. It definitely kept me playing, and I enjoyed the intentionally painful personality Matt has. Like, you can tell he's been shelved for a few years and needs to catch up with modern gaming heroes.
Matt, wait! You can't leave! You have to finish the level.
Okay, fine. But I guess we all know what that means. It's hazard time.
You know, that's already getting kind of old.
What are you talking about?
The levels also keep you guessing too. Like, you'll never know what weapons will be available to you, if there'll be ammo for your current weapon, or if you're going to be using a stationary sniper rifle to take out bad guys from a rooftop. You can't complain about boredom here. Even the boss fights were surprising. I wasn't expecting a QTE fight after cover shooting levels, but hey, here we are.
Time to die. Bet that smarts.
There are some non-QTE boss fights, and they play like typical action games, where you have to work out a balance between fighting the boss, collecting ammo, and defeating random enemies that spawn. I really love Eat Lead. It's my kind of humour, and I love spotting references and parodies it injects into the game, as if they're all normal appearances. I wanted to keep playing just so I could see what was next. Where would the game take Matt, and which enemies would appear to confuse me? If you're a gamer who holds mechanics and controls in high priority, this might annoy you, as it's not groundbreaking in any way, and is kinda janky. But if you can push through that and enjoy the insanity that's thrown at you in the levels, you might excuse the jank, as I tend to do with older games. Eat Lead is clever. It's cringy, it's generic, and unique, all at the same time. It celebrates gaming and the sense of humour gamers appreciate in poking fun at other game franchises and characters. I don't think any recent games have mixed up genres this much. and even parodies are watered down so they don't upset too many people. This is a game which is just fun, and just wants players to have fun. Enjoy inside jokes and play their own game of spot the reference while fighting scantily clad female robots alongside zombies. Sadly, this is a game that's stuck on PS3 and 360 as far as I can see, and it's not backwards compatible on current gen Xboxes. But hey, this gives you an excuse to treat yourself to a 360. Either way, this is a silly game that is just fun, and it doesn't take itself too seriously on any level. Just be warned, the biggest hazard you'll experience will be Matt's catchphrase.
Okay, but be careful.
I'll be fine, but the bad guys better watch out, 'cause it's hazard. Time? What? That is rude.
This was fun. Let's do it again sometime. And if you like what you saw, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like down below.